Hello everybody, and welcome to today's Toonkind at 12 FPS. My name is Fable, and today I'll be playing Ansel King, formerly known as the Antlered King, I'm excited for today.
Yes, I am also excited for today. Hi, I'm Uni. I'm playing Xanadu, the wizard, elderly wizard man.
Them both elderly magic men,
Mm,
very old, and
Very old, very magic.
yep, yep. I'm really glad that we're doing this on Valentine's Day, though. The moment you
Yeah,
suggested it, I was just like, oh yes.
it's important because like they are not there yet. They have not hit that point, but we know. We
We
all know, and we couldn't not.
can't not. We can't not. Can't not. And we can make the argument that hey, Valentine's isn't just about romantic love. There's platonic love, of friendship, of family.
True.
Uh, but anyways, I was thinking of ways to start this off, and I imagine Zan is probably at his house as usual.
Hmm.
He's kind of a hermit.
A little bit. I mean, yeah, again, you never forget 2 hour hike.
Yeah, 2 hour hike. God, man gets the. I mean, he gets his workout regimen at least.
Exactly. It's how he's so fit for his age.
It's very fit. It's very fit. Uh, I was. What's he? What's he? I guess what's he's doing? What is he doing?
He is doing some textiles work. I've spoken with a couple of folks in DMs, but he's got a sort of magic cloth project he's working on.
Okay. Okay. Uh, could he make a deck save for me, please?
Oh, good, great. That's a fine way to start off. Let's
It's
see.
a great way to start off.
10.
10. Mm, it's not. It's not bad. It's not great. Then you're in the middle. You're in the middle of working. It's a peaceful. It's a peaceful sunny day, and then suddenly think something something has collided with the side of your head. Not 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 roughly. It didn't hurt. It just suddenly it was a paper airplane. You got hit in the head with a paper airplane.
I mean, he's lived here long enough. It's not that weird a thing to happen.
Yeah.
Um, uh, he sets his sewing down and gives it a read.
And there you read it, and in very fine print, it says, "Dear Xanadu, you have been invited to Little Corners Love Festival." Signed, Ansel King.
Vance stares at it for a second. It's a weird thing. You know what? I'm just gonna start it off. Gonna go right in with an
Mm-hmm.
insight check.
Okay, yeah, that's fine with me.
He's gonna insight check this piece of paper.
That's fine.
It's an 8. He's just baffled.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's weird. It's definitely weird, but you don't see anything.
He's just like, well, okay, I guess that's a thing. All right.
Yeah,
Um,
Ansel's sent you an invitation to this festival.
cool. Is it a thing that is happening that same day, or did he send it in advance?
It was sent to at least a week in advance.
Okay. Then will do the sending to Ansel. Um
All right.
I have to think about words
Oh yeah.
and how many he
Oh yeah.
can say.
What's the word limit? It's like 20.
30.
Oh, 30. Okay,
I believe so. I believe it's 30. Maybe it's
cool.
25. I don't
I thought it
know.
was 25, but let's 30.
Whatever. Um, Ansel, I got your missive. Is there anything I should know about this?
I'm good now. It's my turn to roll something real quick.
It is 25 words. I just looked it up.
No, no, no. That's fine. That's fine. That's not what I'm doing. Cool.
Okay.
There's a pause, and no, everything should be in order, and that should explain. There shouldn't be anything else you need.
All right. Um, if Ansel thinks it's fine, then he'll take his word for it. Um, and he will shrug and go back to his textile making for the moment. Um, so I guess uh fast
Hmm.
fast forwarding. I was about to say fasting forward. That's not grammar.
I mean, what is grammar?
It's true. What
What is
even is?
what is grammar really? But anyways, so a week passes. You arrive to Little Corner. This is not the first festival you've been to Little Corner. Little Corner has a lot of festivals. I think I've said this
Indeed.
before. It has a lot of festivals, and uh, this one, honest to God, probably looks a lot like the other festivals you've seen, except now it's decked out in pink colors, a lot of paper hearts hung up everywhere, and it's a love festival.
All right.
Love is in the air. There are sparkles. It's very yeah. Uh,
Zed is looking around somewhat bemused. It's very cute. It's very twee.
mm-hmm. I would like to point out that this love festival that while yes the day it is not just about romantic love. The You see a lot of the decorations. While yes, a lot of it, some of it is of couples and romantic love. You see decorations that also promote platonic love, like families, friendships, all that sort of stuff.
Hmm.
So it is love overall. It is a celebration of our connection with other people. That is what this is. This is what this is celebrating. However, it is just very, very pink.
It's
Whoever,
a,
whoever,
yeah, very extremely pink.
yeah, whoever just had control of the color scheme for this really likes pink. Speaking of that person, Zaddy, as you are looking around, it's not long before you feel a little tug on your sleeve, and there you are, there you are. I was expecting you an hour ago. You are late, you know.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Oh no, no, it's perfectly fine. And as you look down to see a wide smiling Cattoon, who is none other than Gartho, former mayor and current secretary of Little Corner.
Good old Gartho.
Good old Gartho. He's just a big fat happy Cattoon.
We love him.
Yep, yep. Who is currently completely decked out in pink, everything pink, lots of hearts. He's he loves. This is one of his. Oh no, no worries. Just follow me. Let's see. We have to go this way. Come along, and he waves you along as he starts walking.
Zan does follow, but he will, as he's sort of, looking around, taking it all in, all of the pinkness. He says, I didn't know you were expecting me. Is there something amiss, or do you need my help with something?
A miss? Oh no, 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 no. I'm just here to make sure you get where you're supposed to go, and if I'm being perfectly honest, he won't get out of the room, and I may need a little help getting him out. As as he says, as he's leading you towards the mayor's office in town.
I see. Understood.
Mm-hmm. So he leads you in, and the mayor's office is just like the rest of the town, completely decked out in festival decorations.
Hmm.
Cannot stress how pink this building is. I'd say the only.
Yeah, gotta, set the example.
Yep, yep. However, there is one. There's it becomes very obvious where Ansel's office is because the doors do not have a single bit of pink on them.
Hmm.
And Gartho goes over, gives a little, and you just hear, "What is it?" I believe your friend is here. What?
Uh, Hello, Ansel. I believe you've been waiting for me.
What? And you hear before the doors open and Ansel's standing there. Behind him is a mountain of paperwork. Uh, uh, and he looks at you. He looks at you, Zan. And he looks very confused. What? Wait.
You sent me the invitation.
I did no such thing. Why, yes, you did. Don't you remember? You sent to him just last week. And Gartho, you see Gartho elbow Ansel a little bit, and he winks, and it starts walking, and then starts walking away. Well, I'll leave you two. You both have fun now. And Ansel's still kind of processing a little bit, and then you see a little light bulb go over his head, and goes, "Wait, Gartho, you did not, Gartho," and Gartho is gone.
Is there something wrong?
It appears I've been duped. Conniving little. I told him I was going to be working today, and no, he had to. Right, I'm sorry. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I believe it was Gartho that likely sent you that invitation in attempts to get me out of work.
Well, um, what did you think I was sending you for?
Hon- Honestly, I just sent out some of the designs to you. I thought that was what you were talking about.
I see. Well,
Well,
he
what?
sort of peers behind you, sees the mountain of paperwork, um, and he gives you this, you know, this very understanding smile, and he goes, you look like you could use a break.
No, no, I am fine, Zan. I'm sorry that Gartho's mischievousness dragged you all the way over here. You do not have to.
No, Ansel, I'm not saying this because he asked me to. He did ask me to. I am not denying that. But I am saying this as your friend. You look like you could use a break.
And Ansel also looks back at the mountain of paperwork. You are likely right. Fine, fine. I'm doing this because I need a break. I am not doing this because of Gartho. I want to make that clear, he says as he closes the door behind him. Though I am having a talk with that cat after this.
I'm sure. Um, well, At least it didn't cost me arm and a leg to get here. What, if I can ask, this whole event, did you have any particular part in planning it, or did you leave it all to him?
Gartho insisted that he managed festival plans.
Hmm.
He was
Well,
seems to be his words were, "Oh, Ansel, this is my favorite holiday. I must insist that I plan this all." And you actually see him do a very mocking little impression of Gartho.
Van grins fondly because, yeah, he could very easily envision it. He has only met Gartho a couple of times, but he absolutely has already picked on the energy that cat provides.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, and then he chuckles and he goes, "Well, it seems it was very important to him that you at least checked and made sure he did a good job. Come on."
Fine, fine. And Ansel will Ansel will follow. He doesn't seem to have the energy to argue here. He's exasperated, but he'll come along.
Yeah, there's something to be said for talking to people when they're tired.
This is true. This is true. All right.
um, I will like I would say Zan got there, not early, but decently early in the day because he wasn't entirely sure when he was supposed to get there.
Fair enough. Fair enough. According to Gartho, you were a bit late, but
Of course.
that was according to Gartho. So I don't think you need to take that to heart. Uh,
Gertho's always ahead of schedule.
always, always. That is his one saving grace. That is probably the one of the few reasons why Ansel tolerates this cat so much.
You like him, admit it.
He will never admit it.
Um,
Zan can like Gartho, but Zan doesn't have to spend have to spend 7 days a week with this working with this cat.
you know what? That is extremely fair.
7 days a week, 8 hours a day.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. That makes it very different. um, but also just, I mean, we've talked about their different takes on Colin. They both just have very different vibes on what they like in their environment.
This is true. This is very true. Gartho just has a lot of energy. But anyways, festival.
Anyway,
Let's see. What is there to do at... There are lots of things to do at festivals, and my knowledge of festivals is actually... This is more of a thing on me, Fable, because I only had a few days to figure this out. God, what the fuck would a love festival have? They'd have food, they'd have games.
oh God, I'm just imagining there being like a sort of like crowd show where it's like, test how well you know your friends or your family, and the two of them just sort of like looking at that game and getting horrible flashbacks and walking in the other direction.
God. Yeah,
No
no.
more love games.
Yeah, no. No more. God. The worst flashbacks. God, now that I think about it, yeah, everywhere they go probably keeps reminding them of that, of the show. Oh
Um,
no.
in the back of their head, there's always the question of who watched it, who knows.
Who knows? Who knows? God, yeah. You know what? I think probably after the third or fourth game that they immediately do just 90 degrees and go away from, Ansel will finally be like, we did not think this through.
Oh, no, I confess that you did not fully anticipate this.
It is a love.
Uh,
It is a love festival. It was like it was. Should have seen this coming.
it, then like he looks extremely awkward, but also he is genuinely laughing a little bit of just like, oh God, somehow I had managed to block it all out of my memory, and now it's all just rushing back.
It really.
Goodness, what a very strange way to have met.
I was thinking the exact same. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Oh, well, we can't fully lament it, I suppose.
And Ansel suddenly snorts as he puts a hand over his mouth. No, I'm sorry. I just suddenly remembered the outfit that they had put you in.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Do you still have that?
probably yes. So, I know you've still got your dress.
Well, naturally. Granted, I've made it a bit more presentable.
But there's still glitter on it, isn't there?
Oh yes, there is absolutely still glitter on it.
Oh, that's never going to come out.
No,
I will say, you certainly made it work.
well, naturally, I make any dress work.
Dan doesn't comment on that. He just laughs. And I think at that point, Zan will just sort of like lead them over to, I don't know, just like a food stand that isn't super fried or greasy, like something quaint, fruit on stick, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Ansel is more
Fruit
than.
kebabs.
Oh, fruit kebab. Ooh, fruit kebabs.
Yeah.
Fruit kebabs would be good. Totally not making me think about the hot grapes bit. Oh, damn it, brain. Why don't we make? Why don't we eat grapes hot? Oh no, my brain, no,
Put the grapes in the microwave.
no, no. I gotta move my brain away from that. Otherwise, we'll never get to where we want to go. We'll be stuck there forever.
um I, and as Zan sort of like leads them over, um Ansel make a little bit of a perception check maybe.
Alright. Here's my perception. I always forget to where to look for my perception. 14.
Nice. You catch Zan like murmuring something. You don't quite make out what it is he's saying, but he's just sort of muttering to himself. You've caught him doing that more than once before.
Yeah, more than once, and he does flick an ear at it. Though, he's gonna just glance. He is gonna glance around real quick just to see if anyone else is noticing this. I think he's made a habit because he's noticed it, but wouldn't be very well if other people noticed it.
Um, Everyone seems mostly focused on their own people.
Hmm.
You know, there are certainly people who will give you a wave as the ever so friendly and lovable mayor of Little Corner, but there's
Well,
not, I don't think, too many people who are paying extended attention to you and your pal.
hmm. I think gives a little way back to those people, but probably about this time the fruit kebabs were probably done, and
Hmm.
he takes that as a chance to take them and hold one out to Zan. So
Right. Mm.
if Gartho hadn't managed to get you here, what would you be doing right now?
Oh, well, I've been working with Blink on we'll be taking a trip in the not too distant future, I think. Been trying to get everything in order for that.
Hmm. The,
Um,
the relaxing sort or the business sort?
Likely more business than pleasure.
Hmm.
It well, it's always a nice trip with Blink, regardless.
Hmm. If you need anything for that, you know where I am.
Well, Zan thinks about it for a moment. I'll I'll let you know where we're headed,
Hmm.
just in case.
Ansel nod.
Uh,
Ansel nods.
it'll be in Furuma. I haven't got the exact area yet, but I'll let you know.
Hmm. Roll insight.
Mm, okay.
17.
17.
Yeah. You see, Ansel's ears immediately perk up when you mention Faruma, and there is. He hides it well from most people, but you recognize that there's concern there. Hmm.
It's really, it should be fine. We're visiting family, sort of.
Hmm. That is that is good. I hope. Hmm.
Yes, I hope to.
Hmm. Still, I would ask you and Blink be careful there.
Thank you. It's appreciated. But we are more prepared than our last visit, so
Hmm.
I think it should go well.
Ansel nods and he starts chewing on fruits. Though he stops for a moment and actually looks at the fruits. Why on earth are there grapes on this? Some of these are grilled. What on earth?
And then, he eats it. He takes a bite and goes, you know, could taste worse.
Mmm, could possibly
Hot
taste better.
grapes. Hot
Mmm.
grape.
You see Ansel's face actually scrunch up a little bit. He probably like takes like the grape he was about to chew on. He just takes that off and hands it to you. Well, here, since you seem to love them so much.
Very well. He like makes a show of being very dainty as he picks it out of Ansel's hand.
Ansel just snorts again at that.
I didn't realize you were such a picky eater.
No, I just have taste.
Hmm. And Zen very much he like just like eats it and then just like does a big old thing of delish.
All right. No need to make a big show of it. And no, I'm not a picky eater. Not a picky eater. You should see what. You should see Ruby with eating. She.
I mean, she has an excuse. She is a child.
How on earth is that an excuse? She still needs to eat.
Oh, well, it has been a very long time since you were a child. Perhaps you don't recall. They have very particular tastes, and for good reason.
It almost looks a little bit offended at that. I can remember eating. I can remember eating plenty as a child. I was not nearly as picky as she. I was not nearly as picky as she is.
I wonder. I did not get the clearest look at your eating habits.
Mm, it was forage. It was foraging mostly, foraging and fish. At least the town I was close to, it was mostly a fish. It was mostly a fishing village. So.
Have you tried her on fish?
Oh, of course. Oh, of course. With her friend Umi. With the help of Umi, she'll eat fish. That at least isn't an issue.
Hmm. Suppose she's a bit too old for the airplane trick. He's joking.
The airplane trick. Oh, yes, yes, that's where you pretend it is an airplane. But does that actually work?
With the very, very small.
That's ridiculous.
Is it?
I would think.
And instead, he just like there's a pause as again with your previous like attention. You can tell it's not just a pause. He seems to be listening to something before he gives a snort. I'm not doing that. Um,
Not doing what?
he looks at you, Ansel, again, and then, oh God. Oh, very well. All right.
What? What are you
Fine.
doing?
He holds up his fruit kebab
What?
and points it at you.
What? No. No. Zan.
Here it
No,
comes.
do not stop.
Here it comes.
No, this is ridiculous.
Here comes the train. It's coming through the tunnel.
Wait, I thought it was supposed to be an airplane. It's a train now? This is ridiculous.
Either. The point is, it
How?
needs to get through the tunnel.
What? No. No. Zan, please.
Chugga 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 chugga
No,
chugga chugga
okay,
chugga
okay,
chugga
fine,
chugga
fine.
chugga.
If it will make you stop. Oh my goodness. And Ansel, just looking so exasperated, just opens his mouth like, fine.
Here, you get some of his grilled pineapple.
And he rolls his eyes and he takes a bite of pineapple. There, are you happy?
Delighted.
You are the strangest person I have ever met.
You asked.
And yet all I can say is that the pineapple still only tastes like pineapple. I do not see the...
It's about making it into a story rather than a chore.
Ansel still doesn't look fully convinced as he goes back to eating from his own kebab.
Again, I don't recommend actually trying this with Ruby.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely not. I guarantee her reaction will not be as... yeah, no. Nope, I'm not doing it. I have no interest in having my hand set on fire, thank you very much.
Well, if nothing else, It gave you something to gossip about later. Your ridiculous friend Zan and his supposed eating habits.
I suppose it might be amusing. Why a train? I still do not understand.
Oh, I've been watching a lot of that engineer fellow's films lately. You know, the one we met at
Oh
the
yes, yes,
DMV.
yes, yes, yes. The small bird. Is he a bird? Wait,
I
what is he exactly? Toon, obviously,
mm,
but
uh I believe he has some sort of magical ancestry. I have not had long enough of a conversation with him to ask, really.
hmm,
But
that
much of his filmography tends to feature locomotives. It's been on the mind. They're quite engaging.
that is fair, I suppose. I've only seen one of them so far. The stories are, but I won't lie. I won't deny the ingenuity that comes from making them.
It takes a great deal to make art.
I suppose so. Little Corner has recently built a movie theater. I don't suppose we could try that. At the very least, we'll be less likely to run any. And he looks at the love festival around them. Any unwelcome reminders.
Very well. I'd certainly interested to see what you all have set up.
This way then, and he leads you on. The movie theater. It's not a big movie theater because Little Corner, still living up to his name, is a little corner. It's grown. I mean, it's grown in the last year, but it's a modest theater.
Sure.
Uh, and while it certainly does have engineer and DJ moves movies,
Because those are the filmmakers everyone knows.
those are filmmakers everyone knows, and they're very popular, very well selling. The Star Cause, surprisingly, is still in theaters.
Hmm.
They're also playing here this late after release, just because the theater wasn't built yet when Star Cause came out. So
Yeah,
giving
so there are some theaters that just play stuff way after it's left everywhere else.
yeah, gotta let everywhere else have a chance to see it. But anyways,
Hmm.
so while there's definitely Star Cause playing, there's other titles playing because it's the Love Festival.
Of course.
Yeah, there's probably some version of Love Actually playing.
Oh God. And Zan, he's looking it over and he goes, "Well, I confess I haven't seen too many films.
Neither.
Is there?" Did he think he like hesitates to like? Dare I even ask if there's anything you've been looking forward to?
And I imagine you're all like looking at the titles that are that are on the wall for what's being played, and you look over at
Hmm.
Ansel, and he kind of just looks over at you with a scrunched nose.
Yes, I thought so.
I will. I We could watch the Star Cause. Cause? What on earth?
Fine then.
I thought this was a good. We do not have to do this if you do not see anything to your liking.
Ansel.
What?
I came this way so you could have a little fun. What is it you want to do?
Mm. And I think as he says that, I think as he's thinking, you hear I want to say a very loud party popper kind of sound coming from coming a little closer to the central square of the town. And you hear someone go, "Come on, come on, come on! It's time for the evening. It's time for the evening dance competition. Maybe not competition, but oh wait, are we not doing a Oh wait, are we not doing a competition? I thought we were doing a competition. It's not a competition. They're just dancing. Well, what the heck? What the fuck? Oh wait. Okay, give me that. Ladies and gentlemen, come on! It's the Love Festival. It's time for everyone to grab a partner. Come on and dance. And you just hear music suddenly strike up as it plays, and Ansel's ears certainly perk up. Dancing. Arthur never said anything about there being dancing.
So, Zan, he laughs and he goes, I'm almost certain he did. It's a festival. Of course there's dancing.
Oh. Oh, then I was blocking. Oh, then I was not listening to him. He talks a lot,
That's
Zan.
much more likely.
Can you blame me? He talks a lot. He truly does, and if you spend even one workday with him, it's non-stop.
Tell me, am I to interpret that you would be interested in a dance?
And Ansel opens his mouth, pauses, looks away a bit. I I would not ask you to dance.
Then. And he just takes your hand.
Okay. And Ansel just shuts up as he lets. And actually, he probably shuts up and just looks at his hand that's been taken again. Like, oh, right, he's not used to this. Okay.
Honestly, it seems that you have a great deal of difficulty admitting what you want sometimes.
I don't know. I do not know how I feel about it. Hearing that from you, of all people. No offense, Anne. You are also terrible at telling people what you want.
Oh, that's quite simple. I'm happy doing what other people want to do. But you just seem to be rather picky about everything.
Mm.
I suppose we could try and meet somewhere in the middle.
In the middle is fine, I suppose. As you go towards the center of town, plenty of people have already started dancing, and again, it's not just couples. It's you see parents with their kids in a little circle, all dancing around, raising their kids up, and you can see friends as well. Like some people cheer each other on. There's at least a few people who are attempting to do like oh, what's that dance called where they're just spinning on their heads? What's that one called?
Oh, breakdancing.
Yeah, breakdancing. There's absolutely like a big group of teenagers that are all breakdancing and cheering each other on.
Nice.
Yeah. Whether it's matching to the music or not, I have no idea. I'm not gonna roll for them to see how well they're dancing. They're dancing. They're kids. They're having fun. That's all that matters.
That's what matters. They're having fun.
That's what matters.
Also, they probably are kicking ass at it. I'm just like it's impressive if you can manage to stay up doing that stuff in my book, because I am very bad at dancing. Me, Uni, the player, saying this. I am impressed with anyone who manages any amount of rhythm.
Fable, the player, also, yeah. Same. Same. Can dance if I take the time to, but I usually don't go out dancing, so I shrug. That said, I'm just imagining Zan leading Ansel into the center of like the dancing area.
Not dead center or anything.
Not dead center, but
He's far too awkward to actually grab such a high profile location.
that's
But
that's.
he absolutely leads leads Ansel in and
Hold on, do you
turns to him expectantly.
hold on? Do you even remember how to dance?
Uh, there's that just a moment where he blinks and flushes and goes, well, uh there's one way to find out, isn't there?
I sup. Yes, yes, I suppose so.
And he holds out a hand and goes, and well, it turns out it didn't stick. Well, you'll get to brush up your own teaching skills then.
Ansel considers that. Hmm, I suppose so. As he reaches out and takes Zan's hand.
Um, and what do we want to roll to see
What do
how well
we
Zan does?
what do we want to roll? I feel like it's between either. I feel like you could do some kind of dex check or performance.
I think performance makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Don't- Oh, Dan does not remember how to dance. That's
How
a four, ladies and gentlemen.
does he even remember how does he even remember where to put his hands for this?
He probably knows that much, but like it is immediate him stepping on your toes, Ansel.
An immediate just ow.
Uh,
Mate.
um, before he was like trying to look like he was trying to look confident and charming, and just instantly it melts. Sorry. Um. Uh,
It's fine. The pain is bearable. All right. Perhaps I should instruct you through it again.
right.
It's perfectly fine. In your defense, I imagine it has been some. I don't imagine you've danced since, well, then.
No, no, not really.
Well,
Um.
well, first off, do not go looking at your feet, because you will trip.
Oh. Okay. It is like he immediately like he lifts his eyes, but you can tell his eyes are like he's still trying to peer down despite his head being lifted, just like ugh.
Here, for this, for this part, I will lead. And he will actually, still holding on to, because there's always one hand, both hands need to be held for one, and then one's on the shoulder, one's on the waist. He takes Zan's and puts it on his shoulder, and wraps an arm around Zan's waist so he can lead through for a couple steps. And the count is always 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Getting it?
Let's see if he does.
Roll again, this time with the help action. At advantage, because you are getting help. Oh,
Let's
come
take
on.
that
Let's
12.
take the 12. Still stumbling a little bit, but not immediately stepping on toes.
Yeah, yeah. With Ansel's help and Ansel's guidance, he's at least not tripping over the hem of the dress or anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and it's still, clearly uh talented dancer next to considerably less so. Um,
Ansel at least is being patient as he is slowly going through the steps with Zan.
I I don't imagine this is what you had in mind when you were looking forward to a dance, but thank you.
Well, I'm not enjoying this, if that is your concern.
Oh, well, you would. Where was dancing something you did a lot of before?
Yes and no. It was something I had to learn uh, when I was apprenticed to the wizard at the time. It was something I had to learn as it was expected for us to be present at any sort of ballroom gatherings and the like.
Hmm. Well, I whenever I attended the ballroom gatherings, I was not exactly encouraged to partake in the this this part of it.
To be honest, neither was I at first, but I will ad- I will admit I did find something enchanting about seeing them all dancing. And as he says, he'll probably take that time to actually spin Zan around a little bit before pulling him back in. I would
Oh,
at night when my chores were finished, I would sneak off to the ballroom after it was dark and practice.
hmm. Well, certainly paid off in the long run, didn't it?
Not, I suppose, but unfortunately, not many people wish to dance with the antlered king.
Hmm. Well, it's a good thing that Ansel King's here instead.
Sears
He's
wiggle
a
a bit.
much more enjoyable partner.
Sears wiggle at that.
Hmm.
I suppose. Well, I'm glad someone thinks so.
And again, there's you catch it for the briefest second where like he smiles at you and then for just a moment you catch him sort of roll his eyes at something and you're not sure what quite prompted it.
Hmm. There is one other thing I'd like to do,
Oh,
but best probably not here with all these people. I do not think.
oh, I all right. And he definitely looks perplexed at that. And
I made that sound awkward. I realized.
you
Oh,
did. You very much did.
sorry.
It's
Sorry. I am.
all right.
I am working on not. I'm working on that,
Well, you can't be the best at everything, I'm afraid.
and I'm learning to be all right with that.
Hmm. Very well. If there's something else I can help you with, then Lead the way.
Hmm. Ansel pauses for a moment and looks towards the band, and well, it would. Mm, maybe should have said that before the song was over.
Hmm.
Right then. Uh, and I think this time it'll be Ansel taking Zan's hand and leading him away.
Um, there is uh just a second where his you know, they're like in general, Zan has been the one who takes initiative on taking your hand for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but in that moment of Ansel grabbing his, there's just uh not big, but because of Ansel's own hesitancy with it, he can feel that lightest of flinch.
Oh, Ansel Ansel chooses not to react to it. He's focused on. I think he's a bit focused on looking around and finding a place with less people.
Mm-hmm.
And he noticed it, but he's not going to address it right now. There's something just a bit more important on his mind. So
Mm-hmm.
so he takes Zan's hand and leads him through probably trying to he can't take him back to the mayor's office because Gartho will shoo him away, or someone will
Mm.
be there to shoo him away, so he can't go there. Uh, I think he just finds some place quiet with less people, and he looks around to make sure before turning back to Zan with and lets go of his hand, puts his hands together, thinking. I. I am not good at not being blunt, and I detest beating around the bush, so I will just come out and say it. You have been talking to yourself multiple times this day, and actually multiple times since I have met you.
Yes. Um, Ansel, you can roll an insight check.
Yeah, 17.
Uh-huh. Um, Zay just goes, "Oh, well, it's just part of how I process thoughts. I know it can come off a little bit strange, but it's just, you know, a way to get through my feelings." And you could tell, like, he's practiced at saying this. He has said it before to other people when he's got questioned about this, but you know him well enough to tell um he is 1,000% skirting around what is actually happening.
Yeah, and Zan, you can. Ansel makes it actually apparent on his, one, his ears flick in disbelief, but also it's actually a bit clear on his face as well that he doesn't buy it, and he just I I can understand if this is something you do not wish to trust me with, but Zan, it's very obvious you are not talking to yourself.
It's
We've only just recently become friends, and given my past and how we met, I completely understand if this is something personal, or if it is something you do not wish for me to know. I understand. It would just seem dishonest if I was not upfront with me noticing. Then, hello? Oh, I can't hear anybody. Uh-oh. I thought this was just a dramatic pause. No, Uni's laptop died. No! I thought it was a dramatic pause. Uni dead. Uni done died. I still see Uni in the chat. Hold on, folks. Technical difficulties. Da, 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 da.
hello.
Hey!
Hey, sorry about that.
I thought it was just a dramatic pause.
No,
And
I'm
then, and then you didn't respond. I was just like, oh fuck. Oh no.
God of all times.
Of all times.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was not paying careful enough attention to my battery level.
It's all good. It's all good. I guess did you not hear me at all, or
I I I think Ansel was just saying he understands if Sand doesn't want to tell him.
yeah? And just
Um,
he ended it with, God, what I ended it with. And it ended it with him saying, it would be dishonest of him. It would be dishonest for him not to admit that he had been noticing.
um, it's it's not something that is easy to discuss for a variety of reasons. But um, when when I say I can't, I I need you to understand. It's not just about discomfort or how long we've known each other or anything like that. It's not up to me is the thing. I I I can't betray someone else's trust on this.
Mm, I understand.
Um, but it's if you're worried about me at all, please don't be. It's not anything to be concerned about.
That is where Ansel's gonna roll insight real quick. 11. Ah.
11.
Should he be concerned about this?
You are getting, like, you can tell that Zan is uncomfortable talking about this, but you can't tell if it's because there is something to worry about or if it's just hard in general for him to talk about or what. Like that's just because that's a pretty average role. You're just like it's clearly a complicated topic for Zan.
Yeah.
That's all you can really be sure of.
Now, I'm gonna now. Uni, this is another question for you. Because Zan did say that he did not want to betray. It was someone else's trust. He did not want to betray. So he has confirmed that there is someone else. However,
Hmm.
at no point since seeing Zan do these things, it doesn't look like he's casting sending or message or anything.
Correct.
So I guess because I feel like this is something that, as his time as the Antlered King, would have studied at some point.
So roll a history check.
Yeah, I was gonna asking. I was gonna ask you if you wanted me to roll, if I can roll for it. Essentially,
Hmm.
if you're okay with me rolling for it. 18.
18. You definitely, yeah. Ansel, with what he said and what Ansel is likely run into, he probably can't directly place what it is just because it is a somewhat obscure thing,
Mm-hmm.
but there are a number of different options that come to mind and um yeah, this is definitely sort of set the gears grinding in a way of like starting to just like automatically pull threads out of what it could be. You're thinking it could be like an Asmar thing who they speak with their angelic sort of patrons. It could be psionic thing. There are people who are naturally telekinetic and are just able to speak to people at a distance. There, yeah, there are a few different things it could be.
Well, I would not ask you to betray the trust of another, nor would I expect you to. And while I will not lie, I am terribly curious, and an old part of me is horribly cautious. And he wipes his face, but I do not. Old part of me that wants to be suspicious, but I do not want to feed that.
I I know it's not easy to ask you to look past something as peculiar as this. But
I don't imagine it's any easier for you to ask.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing to apologize for. You are without a doubt, a very strange man.
Not much we can agree on.
Well,
Well,
all the same, I I would hate to end a night like this here. Is there anything you would like to do?
well, he he thinks about it and he chews his lip and he takes a while to think about it before um smiling and holding out a hand to Ansel, and he goes, if I'm being entirely honest, I would love another dance lesson.
Hansel looks at it as at his hand for a moment, and slowly he smiles, and he takes Zan's hand. I think a dance. I think a dance lesson sounds lovely.
Once again, you get that sort of flicker of expression, just the briefest look of uh it's hard it like irritation, but like harmless irritation, if that makes sense. Just a flicker of him hearing something from somewhere else and being a bit aggravated before um warmly smiling back at you, Ansel, and saying, well, lead the way.
Hmm. Perhaps more than a dance lesson is in order. Someone needs to teach you how to keep your facial expressions in check.
Uh, it
Do it.
is another area in which I could suppose do a little coaching.
Well, lucky you. You have a friend who is considers himself an expert in that field. But first, a dance lesson. At the ver- at the very least, if you're going to Faruma, there are plenty of places there where you might end up in a dance. I would hate for you to dance someone into a punch bowl.
Uh, it might liven up some of the parties there, though.
Hmm, possibly. If you do, though, I wish to hear about it.
Get you all the sordid details. Oh,
Hmm.
and I think unless there's anything else you want to do, we can sort of leave it in them having their wonderful, definitely just friends dance lesson in private away from the crowds.
I think I think I think that would be good. It just slowly, camera slowly just zooms away as they're chatting away, and Ansel starts teaching Zan. Uh, we zoom out. We see other people dan- uh, other people enjoying the festivals and such. Gartho is somewhere lamenting over teenagers ruining some decorations. Uh, Jekka and Carter at a drinking competition down near the docks. That's what they're doing with their, because they got this festival off. They got to not be on work for this, so
Mm-hmm.
that's what they're doing. And yeah, that is. I think that is a good place to end it.
Yay.
God,
Ah.
Uni.
Mm.
Oh, actually, there is one just little thing I wanna put in for the recording is that I think at the end of the night when Ansel's all done, well, he's not going back to work. Gartho's not gonna let him. Uh, After he's seen Zan off to the teleportation circle, so make sure he's on headed home. He heads home himself, has dinner, probably goes up to the library to read and relax, and he probably pauses by the section that about psionics and Asimars and all that, and he thinks for a moment, and then he keeps walking. He decides he's gonna leave this be.
Mm.
And yeah, that's it.
Yay. Oh,
We got a dance. We got not just one dance. We got two dances in it.
we got double dance
I
and
I need to know
mm,
what the heck Nari was saying during all this. I need to know because I could not. Me and Ansel did not get to hear her.
um she was she was the one who was absolutely 1,000% encouraging the here comes the airplane
Oh
moment.
yeah. Oh no. Absolutely.
um she was doing a lot of uh making fun of Zan for being a terrible dancer, and of Ansel for being um such a pretentious loser. Um, uh, and just in general, uh big huge sibling energy of you guys are such freaking nerds. Oh god. Oh, I wish I had an intestinal system so I could make gagging barf noises.
Thank God she doesn't. Otherwise, there would be
Oh,
no rest for Zan.
no, no, it would be endless.
How
Um,
how is she and Zan doing when they get home?
at afterwards, like she like that whole point where Ansel was questioning Zan about it, like she went dead silent. And afterwards, I think later on that night, Zan asks, like, do you want to talk to? And she's just like, no,
Yeah.
dear, absolutely not.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I goes, yeah, yes, I didn't think so. She goes, we know we can't. I goes, of course, you've done enough for him already. She goes, I'm still mad at you for that whole brain mom thing. Just I know, poopy boy, I get it. She goes, yes, extremely poopy boy.
No. Stop calling him a poopy boy. He's just trying to do good.
he is, but she got real on edge about the whole mind flayer business, and um even though things all worked out, she's just like, you don't stop ignoring me. Stop ignoring my very good, very smart advice. Because she's always right all the time. Except for those times, but we don't talk about those times.
No, of course not. Why would we? We would never talk
No,
about those times at all.
never.
Well, well,
But yeah,
Nari should feel relieved then, as Ansel has chosen not to purposely look in further to this.
yeah. I did say, like, his his research has definitely left room for him to figure it out. And particularly I think the fact that he has the book of the time they did go inside everyone's heads, and the fact that Zant is completely blank. Like, I would say, again, because it is a somewhat obscure thing, it wasn't a good enough role for him to put it together in the moment, but he definitely could get there, just thinking about it with time.
Alright. God, what to do when he does.
Yeah, yeah,
He'll probably. The first thing he's gonna think is, I should probably let Zan know that I know, because I don't want to freak him out. But at the same time, if I'm right, something he has to think about.
yeah. It's a complicated thing of, she absolutely does not want to take that risk of opening up, but also I don't know if she's ever going to trust him if they don't get there. So it's, like I said to you in DMs, it's a catch-22.
Yeah, it's. Yeah. Well, either way, we at least got the cute shit in.
We did. We got that, and that is extremely important.
Cannot believe Sad fucking did a Here Comes the Choo Choo Train. I cannot believe that.
Oh my god, it's dorkiest goddamn thing.
It
Oh,
was the best. I loved that. That was I loved that so much.
oh, it's so cute.
It's
It's
so
so
cute.
dumb.
So cute and dumb. So dumb and cute. But anyways, it's been almost an hour and a half. We actually made good time.
Yeah. Thank you, people, for listening to this extremely doofy gay, low drama,
No drama. Yeah.
uh good times, and sorry for my technical flub. Um,
Pet.
but
Yeah.
I love you, and happy Valentine.
Well, happy Valentine's. Happy
Yeah.
Valentine's. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you, Uni, for this lovely FPS.
Thank you, Fable, uh for joining and being the good.
And hopefully there'll be more good for the
Yes.
future. More opportunities.
Yes. Oh,
But until
all
then,
right.
until
Until
next time, folks. We hope to see you next
mhm.
time. Till then, bye.